my voice is shot, so you may not hear me very well, but I guess my opening statement is just so proud of this football team, proud of our coaches, players, everybody that's part of us. Just an unbelievable ability to stay the course. We didn't play that well as a team. Did some good things on defense, did some good things at times in all three phases, but but found a way to win. And just to God be the glory. I just really feel so blessed to be the leader of this program. And these kids have come here with the belief that we're going to do things like we did tonight. And just can't be more proud of a group of young men for believing, for staying the course, and finding a way to win. Questions?
All right, Zach, and then John Blau.
I guess, Tom, it's the obvious, but you had that timeout. It looked like you were prepared to go for two to begin with. And then I think Penn State called the timeout. Maybe you did, one way or the other. What's the conversation that leads up to going for two? Was it something where there was never any doubt in your mind? Was it something where the coaches kind of huddled during that timeout and made that call?
I made the decision during the drive, that last drive. I just going through my head. We got the 8th team in the country down here in the end zone. I knew if we scored, we'd have the ball in the 3, one play to win it. And we've been close, and I'm sick and tired of being close. So we just decided, and I just decided we're going. And I told the offensive coaches just be thinking about that. And then I took the timeout just to make sure we got the right of everything we want. Now they actually followed up with a timeout themselves once we declared our formation, but we like to call and we stayed with the call. And so we felt like we had 3 people involved in that play: Wap, Stevie Scott, and Michael Penix, our 3 best players on offense. And so one of those 3 guys was going to get the football, or Mike was going to choose to keep it, which he did. So just confidence in our offense, even though they didn't play their best, they're going to get better, and we're going to get a whole lot better. But it wasn't anything other than the fact that I just, in my gut, it seemed like the right thing to do.
All right, John Blau, then Rabbi.
Obviously, you talked about it. You feel like you could have played much better offensively, but to see the moxie that Michael Penix showed there to, come through down the stretch the way he did. I mean, how much did he show you about what he's going to be for you guys as a starting quarterback at Indiana?
I think he showed a whole lot. He didn't play very well. Offense didn't play very well for the majority of the game, and that's part of it. We hadn't played football in a long time in a game, and he hadn't played in even a longer time because he got hurt last November. So he took some shots, showed toughness, overcame some drops, overcame some miscues and mistimings and all those different things. And when it counted and when we had to have it, he made the play. And that's what great players do. They come up big when the game's on the line. And he led our team down the field, scored, got the 2-point conversion the first time, and then got it again. So that just shows you his moxie. That's the reason why he was voted captain unanimously by this team. They believe in him, and I believe in him, and I think he's really, really special. So you got to have a great quarterback if you're going to beat a top 10 team in the country, and that's what we've got.
All right, Rabbi, then Dennis Dodd.
Hey, Coach, I believe it's your first win over top 10 teams since '87. I used highest ranked team victory over since 1967, I believe. What do you feel you guys showed today, and what kind of a moment is this for IU football?
Wow. I think, it's a big win. There's no question. We got to turn around and play again next week. So you can't, overstate, that it was something that it's just a building block for me. I expected us to win this game before the game. Obviously I believe in this football team. But I can say that all I want. We got to prove it on the field, and that's what this team did. So it gives you tremendous confidence when you come back like we did. Just think about the whole sequence of events that happened there at the end, late in the fourth quarter. And since I've been here, we found ways to lose those types of games. In this game, we found a way to win this type of game. So that's where it's so big. That's why it's so powerful to have that kind of finish and just to find a way to win. Sometimes, I don't even want to look at the stats, but, I just know this. We had one more point than they did when the final buzzer sounded.
All right, Dennis and Ed Rimberg.
Congratulations, Tom. What's it like for all those close losses in your gut to just store up over time and to have to come through like this? And also, when they scored their last touchdown in regulation with 1:42 left, what went through your mind? Because James Franklin just said they were instructed to get as close to the end zone as possible and go down to bleed the clock. I think you guys have one timeout left.
Well, I was, we have a signal to our defense to let the opposing team score. So we
Yeah.
made that call. And I was surprised. I was hoping he wouldn't go down at the 1 yard line, because if he did, then our chances of winning were pretty much eliminated. So fortunately for us, we got the chance. And it was a minute 42 with Michael Penix. I really believe we're going to go tie this game up. I really did. I just believe in him. I see him every single day. He didn't play his best, but he sure did at the end. And that's what counts. And that's what great players do. And so, yeah, it was, I have a lot of belief in this team. I really do. And, but I've believed in the past. I just knew we need to have the confidence to finish, and the talent to finish, and the depth to finish, and all the things that you have to win games like this, and play against a team that's highly ranked and that's highly regarded in our conference. And we've only beaten them one other time in the history of our program, so it's just a huge win for our guys, and just a huge, ability to finish. So to me, to answer your question, basically was just a lot of confidence that we were going to have a shot. And I think now when you think about it as a team, if there's any amount of time left on that clock, our guys know if we got the ball and Michael Penix at quarterback, we got a chance.
Great. Thank
All
you.
right, Adam, then Kevin Brockway.
Hey, Tom, congratulations. Just kind of building off that question. How crazy is it? This is the way it went down, that they could have gone down at the 1 yard line and then the game's over, but you guys have a chance, and then obviously have to go for 2 in overtime. How wild is it that it went down the way it did?
Unreal, but I guess it's kind of fitting. I just kept coming back to the bowl game in the last few minutes there, and just like, man, we just got to find a way to not let this happen again, because that can be just crippling, to you, because we had a lead at that point, just like we did this one, and then just didn't finish. And so, but man, it's just when you think about all the things that happened and all the different plays that had to be made, that were made to allow us to win, it's just, man, it's really amazing, honestly. But you got to win games like this, and you have to be able to build your program and get you to a position of being a Big Ten contender, which is the goal that I have for this program. I said it from the beginning. I gave the 50, 26, 10 when I became the head coach. And people kind of conceded on the 26 and the 10. They thought that's probably possible, but they laughed at me about the 50 part. So I believe, and we got a long ways to go. But the bottom line is we're building a football program, in my mind, that wants to win the Big Ten championship. And so that to me, to do that, you got to win games like this. And we just got to keep coaching, keep getting better. Go back to work tomorrow with the film and correct everything. But man, it's just it's a monumental win for this program. There's no question about it.
All right, Kevin, then Charlie Clifford.
Yeah, Tom, they scored the early touchdown, and then you guys got 3 takeaways in the first half. How much did that kind of give you guys belief early on and in building that 10-point halftime lead?
Well, they were the difference. We make a living off takeaways. Our defense is built in 3 areas. We talk about takeaways, tackling, and effort. And those are the 3 things that we install every single day in our program. And we work on them. We talk about it. We work the technique for those things. We want to be the best tackling team in America, which is a challenge that this is our first game in a long time and haven't gone that many live reps and did miss some tackles. But the takeaways are huge. And they give your defense confidence. They give your offense confidence. And when you can take the ball away from somebody in today's high-scoring offensive games, that's really the chance you have to be able to slow some of these teams down. And they have a lot of weapons, and they got a great quarterback, and just you got to take the ball from them, and we did. And it gives you a chance to score points, and it gives your offense a boost in field position. So those 3 takeaways to me were really what won the game for us.
All right, Charlie, then Peegs.
Coach, I saw your hug with Scott Dolson after the game. I think only you two know truly what it took to get to today in terms of just being on the field. Your message to Scott after this one.
Well, I just thanked him for everything. You're right. We've been, it's one thing that's unique about this pandemic. He and I have spent a ton of time together, just on the phone daily, sometimes multiple times a day, just because of the nature of what we're going through. And a ton of conference calls that we were on together. I guess Zoom calls has become the new thing. So when all these Zoom calls that we were on together, and I just thanked him for, all the support. I mean, he has not wavered whatsoever from the first day he took over. He just, promised me that, Coach, we're going to keep investing in football. We're going to keep giving you what you need to do to help you be successful and support you in any way possible. And that's what he's done. So the hug was just thanking him, congratulating him. I gave him the game ball, because this is his first game as AD, for the Indiana Hoosiers. And so he earned it, and he's been here a long time, and he's a very tried and true, faithful Hoosier that loves this place, loves this university, and has been here, knows the inner workings of it, and knows, how hard it is to get this program to where it is right now. And in order for it to continue, you have to keep having administrative support like we have from Scott and all his entire staff. So special time for Scott. He's amazing, and he believes in us. And I'm so happy for him and proud to be, representing IU.
All right, Peegs and Jim Coyle.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. How big is this for the mindset the next time you come down the stretch against a quality team? Is it going to be a big help, you think?
Absolutely. I think you can talk about it all you want, but you got to live it. You got to experience it, and that's a big deal. And that's the challenge, is the belief piece that I've always, been such a strong proponent of the mindset. And I've talked about it from day one, that our mindset drives our expectations and our beliefs. And so before there's a reality, there's a mentality, and you have to believe in your mind, and you have to do the things mentally that it takes to create the physical change. And then when you experience it, it exponentially empowers your players. And that to me is why this is so huge. And, like I said earlier, if there's time left on the clock, our guys know, as long as we got a chance to get the football and we got Michael Penix at quarterback and this team playing games and there's time left, we got a chance. And you can point back to this game to create that confidence and because they lived it. I mean, that locker room I just left is just going nuts and rightly so. And it's a beautiful locker room that our alumni have invested in, and many of our former players have given to give us the chance to have such a beautiful place. And so this is for everybody and everybody that's been a part of this program. So I just know it just creates so much confidence and belief, and even our recruits, guys, we're talking about what we're doing here. It's because it's not just, we're talking about winning the Big Ten. Well, now we're just beat a team that's been a perennial power in this conference. And so we want to get there one day, and that's the goal.
All right, Jim, last one.
Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We know the program's been working toward this, and a great problem to have. You just mentioned the locker room going crazy. Any thought to having to now keep the middle part down next week and not have that hangover from this big time victory?
Well, yeah, that's a challenge, but that's a great challenge to have right now. And I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to address the hangover piece because of what we just were able to accomplish together as a football team. So yeah, there's no doubt. We're going to let the guys enjoy it tonight, and we'll get back to work tomorrow. But you got 24 hours to enjoy a win like this. That's kind of the rule that we adopt as a program. So, but yeah, we got to come back and as I told our team, yesterday, no matter what happens today, we got to come back and play again next Saturday, regardless of the outcome. So I would much rather do it after a win like this. But you saw what Rutgers did today on the road. So that got our attention for sure. And it will get our players' attention. So we're going to enjoy this one right now and then deal with the mindset for Rutgers here in the near future.
All right. Thank you, Tom. We'll have Micah next.
Have a great night. Appreciate you guys. Elio.